What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Nod. First and foremost, I want to say thank everybody for their feedback, their support on the first episode, the introduction. I got so many good ideas, good constructive criticism from people, and just overall support from everybody. So I'm just thankful and I'm humbled by it, but I just want to keep getting better, and I want to keep bringing y'all content and interesting topics to talk about. So, thank you. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of interesting things. I decided for the next 4 episodes, I'm going to do a series entitled, How Much? And the way I came up with that, I was just sitting around thinking and different things was going across my mind. And I'm always intrigued at how much or, what's not enough and what's overdoing it. So the first part 1 of the series is going to be called Money. So how much, the series, part 1, money. So I got a very special guest today who just fits the bill when it comes to this money thing. If don't nobody I know about money, he does. He's definitely a Chatham guy. A 79th Street guy, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us closer. We did everything together, good and bad, right or wrong. None other than the infamous Turtle from 79th Street.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm blessed to be here. All praises be to Allah. I'm happy to be the first guest on Big Nard podcast. It's truly a blessing. It's an honor to be asked to be the first guest. And like he said, we've been through a lot. Rain, sleet, or snow, we could depend on each other without a doubt.
No doubt.
Good or bad, no questions asked. Whether we agree or we don't agree, we still ride with each other. And anyone who know us or know of us know that our crew, thick and thin, stand strong, and we're more than friends. As people see, you can't tell us we're not related. Even our family, we're more closer with each other at times than our own family.
No doubt.
And that's not to say we don't love our family, we don't love our kids, but when you've been through so much together, and we all struggled together, share pizza puffs. They wasn't nothing but $1.50, and we'd share
no doubt.
Pizza puffs. Sleep on the floor.
Shout out to the Bismarck.
Oatmeal
Everybody
cream
that knows
pies.
knows.
It's so you could go on and on. I know topic is money, but in order to get to where we had touched money, we gotta let you know where we started when we didn't have any money, and we was just stealing juices. Even from Nardi on Auntie had a candy store, I would go steal Fruit 99, sneak in there, steal all kind of stuff. This was no money.
Shout out to Judy.
Yeah, Judy kept her supplies, but she know I was clipping her, but she wouldn't say nothing. Everybody laughed. But that's where we come from. And for the most part, I like to say is I'm truly blessed to have men and brothers in my life like this, and we talk all the time, and when we don't talk, when we do talk, we pick up like we never left. So I want to, give a round of applause to Big Nard.
Hey, by the way, Turtle came with his own sound effects, y'all.
I stay ready. That's what my MO all my life. I'm always ready, one step ahead, But I ain't gonna take over the podcast. I'm gonna let Nardi direct this thing, and I'm gonna fall back. But thanks for allowing me to entertain y'all as we do for the ones who really know us.
Like I always say, everybody who knows. So the reason I wanted Turtle on the podcast today is because he the first dude I seen with my own eyes really having some money. Now, and I know a lot of dudes in these videos and TV shows, and they talk this money, but I was living it. I was with him when he really had real money. Not fake money, real money, right? So who else to bring on the show other than Turtle? So, I said that to say, like, I talk to people every day and we just talk about different things. And now, we getting up there in age and different things like that. People talk about retirement and, but the one thing that people always talk about, and I had to go over it in my mind and wonder why, especially black people, we always talk about this, the lottery. Like, and I don't know if it's because you get to a certain age, when you get over 50, where you closer to the end of the hill than you are the top of it. And, you start thinking that the lottery, I guess, maybe is the only way you can strike it rich at this point. So we sink hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year just from our community into the lottery with the hopes of making it big. And so I always have these conversations with people about the lottery, so, and I read these different things about people winning the lottery and, oh man, she won 90 million and she went broke, which is very hard for me to believe. But I want to talk to Turtle and see how much money is enough for you right now to walk away from your job and never work again. How much money would it take for you to be straight moving forward to where you wake up tomorrow and that alarm go off and you're like, nah, I'm good. I ain't going in no more.
Easily, be realistic. It'll be between 25 and 50 million.
See, he said 25 and 50 million people. I don't need that much money. And it could just be me. Oh, and for all those that don't know, we do curse and stuff like that on the show. So if you got your kids listening, shield their ears when you start hearing some explicit talk. Sorry, this guy don't curse like that, but you will hear some dams and different things like that.
Yeah, that's not really a curse word.
But, and I had this discussion with people, and people always like, I probably need, 100 million or 50 million. And my thoughts is always, well, listen, my whole life, I looked up something, I read something that was interesting. It was like, in the span of your life, at $30,000 a year for 30 years, you won't even make $1 million in your lifetime, right?
Right.
So with that being said, it's like people like, oh, I need X amount of dollars, right? And I understand, but how much would it take you to leave your job? See, people always get, we was having this conversation at work, and they was like, ask me, and I was like, I just gave them the realest answer possible. I was like, 350,000. And they was like, man, you crazy. And I'm like,
that ain't enough.
I was like, this ain't my dream job. It ain't like I'm here.
Yeah.
This is what I love to do. So with that being said, it's easy for me to walk away when I got enough to suffice myself and make a bridge to something else.
That go pretty fast now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, of course, this is why we got you on here, because you're the expert.
350, that from the time we went to Miami and went to Memphis and stuff, we spent almost $200,000.
Listen, this guy, the first guy I know that ever touched 7 figures. This guy right here.
So it's easy. Like, say, I'm gonna put it like this: if it's just you, it's possible. But the way we free hearted,
yeah,
like if I touch some money, I'm gonna make sure I know you straightening you over here. At times, but I'm gonna say, man, go and get this.
But I'm saying like that. The reason I say 350 is because you gonna be a little more disciplined with 350.
But hell, you ain't gonna have nothing coming in.
I know, but for the most part, if you touch 350, if you do it right, like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pay this little house I got off of, or I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna put a little money in the bank. And if it's something I ever dreamed of doing, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if it's something I ever dreamed of doing, then that's what I'm gonna at least try to start. Worst case, like my father always says, shout out to Pops. It's always a job paying $12 an hour somewhere.
Pops got $1 million.
You can. People got this notion. And another thing, why is it that people, when you talk about the lottery, and I had some interesting conversations with people. Oh, if I hit the lottery, I think we was talking about when the lottery was up to like 700 million, and I think the take home was like 400 million or something. And I remember talking to people, and they was like, I was like, well, what would be the first thing? And I think a lot of people just say stuff because they think it's the right thing to say, or they
ain't donating nothing.
No.
I'm letting that be known now.
So why you ain't donating that, Turtle?
For what?
True. Charity start at home.
Yeah.
Like I got enough people with family that need help.
I got too many miles around me to be donating.
No doubt.
I got family. I got extended family. I got 4 sons. I got 4 baby mamas. That's my donation. I gotta make sure my kids straight. Gotta make sure my kids' mother straight, because they've been there from beginning to end as well, which is rare. You know, you can't have 4 different baby mamas and they hold you down at all times, and you can't look out for them. You know, but they know where your heart is. You know, just like we all got somebody in the past. We ain't with them, but they know where our heart is. So if times get rough, they're like, I'm gonna look out for him because I know the type of person he is. So that's why I say, for me, 25 to 50, because I know I gotta get the boys straight.
You can set people straight. Like,
gotta get the boys straight first and foremost. 4 of them rascals. And
another thing, people always, saying, I hear people say this. Well, first, I'm going not to get off topic, why, so I was saying with the $400 million, I always hear people, first thing they go into, first thing I would do is I would try to find something to make that money grow.
For what?
400, you got $400 million.
Grow for what? I'm trying to spend it.
This is why we go broke. Because now, hold on, this is a major announcement right here. Major announcement. People, just because you get rich don't mean you're a business person. Period. Like, for some reason, people feel like once they get money, now all of a sudden they became this great entrepreneurial business person.
What the hell I'm investing for? I got 400. What I need more money for?
Exactly.
Man, please.
And that's the whole thing. People always that's why I say I think people say stuff because they think
it just sounds good.
It sounds good.
I'm gonna keep it real.
And then when you hear people go broke, it's not hard to imagine now.
You're gonna squander it all.
Yeah.
You first thing they say, I get this money, I need to get somebody to manage my money. Nah, man. If you can't manage your own money, you don't need it.
True. I'm not in the NFL. I'm not in the NBA where I just got a bunch going on.
It ain't coming in.
Exactly.
I'm getting this one lump sum. Look, I'm gonna tell my sons, they all, except for Fat, they all adults.
Yep.
Look, man, if you jag through $2 million in the next few years, bro, you got a drug problem. Get out my face, man. True. I don't want to hear it. For one, the house gonna be immaculate. Y'all always come back home.
Always.
You already know what this is. Your car gonna be straight. Your schooling gonna be straight.
Yep.
Dude, now you got some money you could pinch off of to last you. Get you a little job and you got the advantage. You got a head start on life.
But don't come to me talking about you got an idea for a hot dog truck. I don't know if that's something. I don't have a passion for it. I don't know nothing about hot dogs.
If you want a hot dog truck, you take that $2 million.
And you start it yourself.
I don't want to hear nothing about this idea. I want to start a record label. Well, you need to go to Shark Tank, man. Don't come to me.
And don't come to me talking about you want to start a record label. I ain't never seen you do nothing musically in your life.
You don't need good music.
Right. Now you want to start a music label. I've never seen you be musically inclined or nothing. You want to start a hamburger joint, but you're a vegan. I mean, people would do anything.
Can't even cook.
Yeah, people would do anything if they think it's going to bring them money, and I think that's the problem.
Right.
Like, you got $400 million, referencing back to what we was talking about with the lottery, but now you want to try to make more money. You got $400 million.
$400 million right now. You know how I am. I feel I could get my family straight. I'm talking about immediate family.
Right.
Kids, mother.
Yeah.
My mother.
Oh, you be straight.
Uncles. Then my next of kin family. Your family.
Yeah.
Bart. And y'all doing straight, but still, it's only right.
Yeah.
I know you straight.
No.
Bart, I know you straight. Nari, I know you straight. Here go $1 million. Here go $2 million. It's $400 million. There you go, man.
That bring up the next.
Go on, get straight,
bring up
man.
the next question.
Take a vacation. Take a few months off.
Yes.
Get a new vehicle. Pay the house off.
Get you some comfort. You know what I'm saying? Get you some breathing room.
Pay all that Comcast ahead of time. And if you can work, it's because you just want to be out the house. But that's money.
Right.
Don't be out here trying to invest in Bitcoins or be with Nas.
Get rich quick.
Nah, dude, it's over with.
But that brings me to my next question, which is like I say, the two things I've always heard is, I'm gonna grow the money, and the second thing I always hear is, who they ain't gonna give a damn thing to. Why would you get rich to become selfish? If I got $100 right now and Rob needed 50, I'm gonna give him 50. But if I get $100 million, Nah, I can't give
Nah,
him
you
that.
get
I can't give
30.
Rob a damn thing. I'm gonna get Rob this much, and that's all I'm gonna be able to do.
You ain't
for him.
even work for the
Yeah,
money.
and let's not overlook the fact that I know a lot of y'all out there saying, "Well, athletes do it." Listen, it's a difference between hitting the lottery and working your whole life and becoming an athlete. You worked hard to get that money. It's a difference.
You
So
struggled
you
for
have
20-some
yeah,
years.
you hold the money differently than you do when you just hit the lottery for
you work
$400
for
million. Period. And even then, on that path, you've had a lot of different obstacles. So you view the money different. And on top of that, $400 million lump sum check is different than you still waiting on the check. Athletes still get paid bi-weekly. So even though they got a contract for $100 million, they don't have $100 million right now. So so for the family members that's out there on their back,
check the check.
yeah. So, but I never understand why people say, "Yeah, I ain't giving her a shit."
No.
And I'm like, why not? Right now, if I had that type of bread, or right now, if I knew somebody that hit the lottery, or I had a cousin that I ain't talked to in 20 years that hit the lottery, I wouldn't be expecting nothing. But if I open my mailbox tomorrow and I have $500 in there, kids load up.
Right.
We going out to dinner. It ain't gonna change my life, but it changed the moment for me. It made me excited. And yeah, they ain't make me rich, which they didn't have to. But it made my day.
Yeah.
If I got anybody you find $200 on the ground make your day. You find $20 on the ground to make your day. So if I got $400 million and I can't bless one of my cousins who we might not see eye to eye with a couple dollars, what type of dude am I? And did I let the money just go to my head? Did I just let it get, the best of me? And so with that being said, tell us some of your experiences with having so much money and how it made you feel, and just the different type of emotions you went through when you just had that type of money and you could everything was at your fingertips. You could just get whatever you want. Right now, I gotta wait 6 weeks for me to get a TV because I gotta get 2-3 checks and try to kick back a little bit right here, and then I still might have to take another one. So tell me, because I haven't had that feeling.
You was around.
I mean, I was around, but I'm just saying, like, it's different.
You
Like,
was touching it too.
yeah, I was touching, but it's different when you got like like I say, 7 figures, and you wake up tomorrow and it's just like,
we used to do that.
yeah.
We'll text Friday.
True.
Hey man, we
No
going
doubt.
here
Yeah, no doubt.
tomorrow
no doubt.
morning.
No doubt.
No question asked. We going
But you the expert, so I want you to elaborate.
the
How did it
feeling-
make you feel?
The feeling is, for the most part, it feel good to know that anytime somebody close to you is in a predicament, you there, no questions asked. Whether it was not to say names, but we had friends, 800,000. They call, hey, no problem, and you ain't looking for it back because technically the money illegal anyway.
Right.
So hey, I ain't never been funny with no money. Like, that firsthand.
Right.
I don't care. Like, I appreciate money now because of things I've been through, but I'm not doing anything illegal. But if I was doing something illegal and getting that money, man, if you need it, I'm gonna give it to you.
And I think that's it with people. Like, I think it's the mind frame of just the average person. Like, when you get money or lump sum, even with the lottery, and you hear people say that, you see the curse of the lottery and things like that. I think it's just the notion that when you didn't necessarily work for it, like you just blessed, like somebody just gave you that money, you spend it because you think, shit, is they gonna come take this money back? Is this money gonna be gone all of a sudden? So I think you spend with like a different type of reckless abandon than you do when you just had to, even getting it illegally. You still have to go through what you had to go through to get it. So you spend different than if somebody just came and said, here, Turtle, here go 2.5. That 2.5, you like, man, I'm out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think you move different when you've been blessed, like when you work for the money. And I ain't just talking about work in the technical sense. Whatever you have to go through to get the money, then when you just,
come up on
it. And that's just another thing with the lottery. I'm gonna go out on a special announcement. The lottery is a sham.
It's a hustle.
People, the lottery is a sham. So to all my uncles and aunties and family members and people I know that I watch go to go play that lottery and rush out that house, but they wouldn't rush out the house to take me to my basketball practice. Rush out that house to get down the street so they can play that lottery before the lottery closed up. It's a scam.
Yeah.
Right now, and I may be wrong, And y'all can send me a message. Speaking of that, sidebar, I started a Twitter account, and anybody that knows me know I never had social media, but I felt like I needed to promote the show. So you can get at me at ProsVols on Twitter.com. So shoot me a message, shoot me a question, shoot me some criticism, shoot me some love, whatever. But it's a sham. And if I'm wrong, correct me. Who hit the lottery for millions of dollars?
You're an idiot.
Okay.
Like Donald Trump said.
Do you know anybody, Turtle?
Not offhand.
Do you know anybody that knows somebody that hit it for life-changing amounts of money? I'm saying. Now, everybody know.
Except for what you call it, did hit a mill. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But
True.
that was gone.
True.
But that wasn't no life change.
That wasn't no life change. It was some good money. They did hit a mill. Okay, I will.
Hit a mill.
But except for Mr. Jones that you heard about, and I'm just saying Mr. Jones hypothetically.
Right, on the news.
Yeah, on the news. I don't know nobody that knows somebody that hit it big.
No.
And even more so, I can understand back then you probably not knowing nobody or somebody just going missing or hiding. But you telling me in this day and age of social media, somebody that hit the lottery for big money
And we know a lot of people.
ain't posted nothing or you ain't seen nothing about them, I just gotta believe differently. And how do these people go broke with this money? Is it some type of special taxes that we not knowing about? Do they tax you every year on it? How much information do you really know about the lottery? All you lottery pros out there. Nothing. I'm sure.
They just taking a chance.
You just taking a chance but
roll of the dice.
yeah, but if me asking you for $2 back in the day interfered with that $5 that you was playing on that Powerball,
Somebody gotta get
and I needed that for car fare to go to school, you wouldn't get to me. You know what I mean? The money, and then the money you spend on the lottery all those years of your life, when you do hit 10,000, you ain't doing nothing but getting a return investment on your money that you put in.
So you really just won $1,000.
Right. I mean, so outside of being able to help out the people you love, what were some of the things that you like to buy when you had all the money? I know, but the people don't.
Vehicles, shoes, of course, and watches.
So
mainly.
So listen, everybody. This dude crazy with the shoes. He been crazy even before he had money.
Yeah,
but
when we was kids, I always loved shoes.
Let me ask him this question so the people can hear. How many pairs of shoes at your peak do you feel like you had?
Man,
And
easily over 1,000.
people,
I would say way more than that. If keeping track, because if you take in consideration. For myself, I would buy 3 to 4 pairs of shoes.
I remember.
Shoes. And not including, we had Slow Neat. He wore the same size. Hop. Sometimes
Bisco.
Bisco. If the way you know this even before we moved down here. When we in Chicago and I was doing little stuff. If I'm at the store and I got some money, if I'm getting something, man, what you want? I'm going to tell you, look, I got enough to get that. You can't get that, man. I ain't got enough of that. But you can get this.
Listen.
You can get some shoes.
And people, just to be honest, and what the kids say, what y'all say, no cap, yeah, whatever. No lie. And this guy, one of the most generous guys you'll meet. I've witnessed in person being in stores with this guy where he see people, families, mothers with their kids, and he take care of all their stuff, all their clothes, all their shoes.
It's only right, man.
It's not even for fanfare. It's not even just so people could see it. It was just something that he did just out of the kindness of his heart. So, but as far as the shoes go, I watched this dude spend thousands and thousands of dollars on shoes. And it always was crazy to me that this dude would buy this many shoes. Literally.
And not even wear.
Yes. One time he had a mountain of Air Force Ones, all white, that just, one wears. One wears. But I think money, when you have money, you indulge in things that you like.
Right.
And, everybody got the thing that, now y'all hear us on here saying this, and there's some of y'all out there that's probably saying, oh, they crazy. And what could he done with the money? Well, right now, you got something that you spending your money on that I feel is crazy too.
A hookah, liquor, some indulging. To each his own. Everybody got their own vice.
$45 to get your nails done every week and a half.
That wasn't my vice. My vice always been, I ain't never been a party dude.
No.
So it ain't never been intriguing to me. I need the nightlife. I need to do this. I need to go out and pop bottles. Nah, I don't drink. So what, I'm gonna do that. But I do enjoy watches, gym shoes, and good spots to eat. Like if Nardi had money right now, like that $400 million, I can imagine we'd be on the plane right now going to try some new restaurant.
That's what I like to do.
Because he did that since we was little kids.
That's what I like to do.
Hey, where you going, man? I'm going downtown. Dude, you 14 years old. How you going downtown to check out a restaurant?
Listen, that's always my thing,
Yeah,
man.
I heard. Dude, how you hearing about this stuff? But in his defense, he's always been that way.
Yes.
So as you get older, you get smarter and wiser, and you get more mature to do these things that you always was curious about.
That's a fact. And I mean that's it. I mean like Turtle just said, he likes shoes. I'm always interested in going to some restaurant. When I go out of town, I always want to go to a place I ain't never been. Like it's always been just my thing. I've always been into that type of stuff. And I mean, to each his own. You know, people judge a lot of people for the way they spend their money, but
To each his
your
own,
method
man.
to your madness is different than mine. You know what I mean? And it's just about we all trying to get to the same goal, which is surviving and having something. So though my method may not be like yours, it's my method, and as long as it work out for me, that's all that matters. And as long as yours work out for you, that's all that matters. And I mean, with that being said, you know, he likes shoes.
Hey, not to
Go
cut
ahead,
you off.
go ahead. You got it.
But think about this. We was about 13 to 14. Y'all used to clown me. Truth be told, you know how people keep their shoes in the boxes?
Facts.
I always been doing that.
Facts,
Like
facts,
before
facts,
it was
facts.
regular. Every time
Anybody who knows.
when we used in the 80s, I always kept my shoes in the box, kept them clean, all that. But they used to clown me for owning a pair of Bally's. But
This is a good story. This is a good story. Go ahead, Turtle. Go ahead.
You know, I saw Slick Rick and all my favorite rappers with the Bally's. Man, I saved all my little money. Hound my mama. I need them Bally's. I got a pair of Bally's. I had them sitting on my shelf. They used to come in my room and clown me. Little did they know,
Oh, my God.
Bally's was the joint.
Yes.
They killing me. So I'm like, first off, my mom and great grandparents kept this picture up, and they used to make fun of. They used to say I look like the Nas album.
Yes.
They used to always come to the house.
Shouts
point at
out to
the
Fat
picture,
Fat. Happy birthday,
saying-
because he looked just like you on that picture.
saying, whose world is this? Every day I used to have to deal with that. So, and we'll chill in my room, and every time it never fails. Either B Score or Nardi start pointing at them Bally's. And then when we got older, they realized what the Bally's was about. Then they're like, man, Dominique said all the time, like, Turtle, you always ahead of your time.
Yeah.
With stuff like music.
That's a
this
fact.
and that.
I'll attest to that. He was.
That's because I don't think none of us are followers. I don't think you a follower. Because you 6'6", 6'7", and Nardi dressed like he Dwayne Wade. Like, I remember.
Hey, this guy letting the cat out the bag. Go ahead.
I'm for real.
Everybody who knows
He
knows.
called me. He like, man, where you at? I'm like, I'm around. He like, man, I need you to. I saw this online. Stop by this store and get these leopard print shoes. I said, leopard print shoes.
Hell, I'm a
said-
Chatham fashion icon,
He
man.
said, yeah. I said, Nardi, what the hell you gonna wear with some leopard print shoes? He's like, nah, I'm putting something together. just stop by and get them. I ain't asked him how much they were or whatever. I'm like, man, what size? Because, you know, Nardi got a big foot, and it's hard to find shoes this size. So he's like, nah,
I still
they
got
my
them Johns
size.
too. Shout out to all my
They-
Philly cats.
They got my size, this and that. So I said, all right, I'm going to go by and get them. I went by and picked them. It was, truth be told, it ain't nothing odd where I love shoes. But when Nardi put it together, it fit him.
Yeah.
That was his style. And I go to say that, to say this is, we all always been in our own lane.
That's a fact.
Even dating back to when this man spent his last, me
Oh,
and
my
Hop
God.
had to get
Oh,
money.
my God.
We caught the bus to Ford City. I told her, just get some regular shoes. Nah, man, I gotta have these.
General
I said,
Cinema.
I said, nah, get these, Nardi. Just get. I said,
Oh,
them
my
shoes
God.
you don't
He
even got
going
no
way back.
outfits to go with that. Nah, I gotta have them. I'm like, well, no, you ain't even got enough of them. Y'all gonna hold me down. How we gonna hold you down? How we gonna get back home?
We ain't got no coffee to get back home.
And what did he say? No dough for ox.
We ain't got nothing. But I was fly though with my
we
joint.
scraped it together. You know, me and Hop came through, and probably Pooey Cheap Butt came through and hounded him probably for the rest of the weekend.
$2.
Man, where that money at? I can't go nowhere because
You slowing me up, you owe me $2. Shouts out to Pooey.
He bought them black and lime green Scottie Pippen up-tempos at the time. I said, man, you know, and that night we was going to Navy Pier. He had it on. Now I ain't 100% sure, but I'm sure his outfit didn't match the shoes. But let him tell it. His slew-footed butt was clean.
I was clean. It was all about the shoe pieces, man. Back then, I mean, and like Turtle said, you know, just being your own person, having your own, you know, individual style, just being an individual.
We always been.
You know, it's, you know, that's how we always was.
Rare.
And we all spent our money differently.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just getting back on the top, we all spent our money differently. Like, shouts out to Bart.
Bart gonna keep that money on him. He ain't gonna spend.
Bart the first person I know from the ghetto who was the greatest saver I've ever seen in my life.
He ain't spending no
Now,
money.
he wasn't a saver for long term, but if he had a goal in mind,
He trying to get them rims.
oh, he's
trying
gonna
to get a
say
new car.
he would walk around with
he keep it in his pocket.
he would walk around with the same money in his pocket. And I tell you, the discipline this guy had.
Yeah,
we
Bart.
would go out to get something to eat, and he'd be like, "Nah, I'm straight," or he'll go walk to the store and get one honey bun.
Yeah.
And then he'll put that dollar back with he was that disciplined. So shouts out to Bart because
He always been like that.
you know, and then you learn and you pick up different stuff from different people, you know, like the people you around. So I got that from Bart. I got that just, maybe I should hold on to this.
Yeah.
I got that just let me, you know, when I can, let me live my life and, you know, live, you know, just get some of the stuff I want from Turtle.
Yeah.
And I got that. I ain't loaning nobody nothing if I can't get it back from Pooey because he'll hound you.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you pick up different things from different people, and that's how you're supposed to be. And then that create however you are with money. And like I said it before, however you are with money is how you are with money. You know, nobody can tell you doing it the right way. And
Ain't no right way.
David Ramsey, he could tell you, he could create a self-help book. All these people that's millionaires can create self-help books and tell you what you need to do to get money. What I want to know is, out of all these hundreds of thousands and millions of people that read these books, how many of y'all went on to become millionaires?
None.
No, because all you did was make them more money by buying their book. So sometimes open your eyes and don't let these people sell you anything. Because just because he became a millionaire off of eating bread and water, that don't mean you're gonna become a millionaire off of eating bread and water. Like, it ain't as simple as they make it out to be.
We've been saying since childhood, you gotta do what works for you.
You gotta do what works for you.
You gotta do what
You
works
gotta
for
do
you.
what works for you,
Yeah,
you
that
know?
works for you.
And I mean, so tell me, like, in your experiences, and now you know, you got 4 sons and they adults, what are some of the, you know, the advice you give to them just about money and how they should use their money?
Well, now at this point, I teach them that money is fine if you could accumulate some money, but the most important thing is that credit.
Yes.
Like you can have all this money, yeah, that's cool, but if you really trying to do some big boy stuff, you need credit.
You need credit. You need credit in W-2s,
You need
people.
credit. Unless you got that $400 million,
Yeah.
that you could show. I got a lump sum. I got $400 million. Now if you ain't got that, you can't make, like, I had money, but I couldn't make moves like I wanted to. I had to get the BMW and Nardi name. I had to get a Benz and such name. At my pinnacle, I had one vehicle in my name.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had a vehicle, and I had 2 vehicles in Chantel's name. You know, stuff like that. You know, it is just telling the truth.
No,
you know,
I know what you're saying.
At that time, you know, I would pay somebody, I need to put this in your name. Here you go. I have my old school and B-Scope name.
And that's real, because as much cash as you got, so people that's out there listening, as much cash as you got, it don't go far. I never forget it. One time I went somewhere, or I was looking at something, I was trying to get something, and I had been working my butt off And, you know, I had X amount of dollars to put down, and they was like, nah, because your credit. And I was like, man. And they was like, I was just asking them a bunch of different questions. Like, so what if I had a 800? They was like, listen, sir. And the guy was cool, dude. He was like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If your credit score was this, we wouldn't even need proof of job. We wouldn't even need proof of employment.
Your credit speaks
And
for
that blew
itself.
my mind because I'm like, I got X amount of work history and I got X amount of dollars and I got to put down, and you telling me, nah, I still don't qualify. But if I came in here and you ran my credit, and he was just being honest with me, and my credit said 800 or whatever he said at the time, he wouldn't even need. He said he wouldn't even need proof of employment. I would be approved out the door, and that blew my mind because then that was the first. At that moment is when, you know, I knew that credit meant more in life than actual cash and dollars did. Now, if you from around the way like us, you know, you can't never go wrong with cash.
That's how it was raised.
But, you know, when you moving forward and you start getting a little older and you start trying to purchase things, just beware that while you got all that money, take care of the stuff you need to take care of. Get your credit straight.
You ain't lying.
You know, pay them tickets off. Get your license together. Because that stuff go further in the long run than that cash that you had that you don't even remember. In 6 months, you don't even remember. You blew through all type of money. You don't even know.
You done bought
But you
outfits,
still, you look good, but you still ain't got your license and your credit shot. So now when you finally find a lady or you find a guy and y'all trying to progress in life, move forward, you can't because your credit shot, and when you had the opportunity to take care of it, you didn't. And so tell me now how it is, and I'm going to wrap this interview up so I can get to, you know, my song of the day and things like that. But tell me now, after having all that type of money, and, you know, now you living good, but you don't have that type of money. Tell me the adjustment that you had to make from going from having that type of money to now just working
I'm
and
like, boy, I don't spend. Like, I work, and the boys know I'm only spending necessity. I don't do it like when you got it coming in like that. You spend because you know it's coming in. But now, nah, man. If it ain't no necessity, it ain't no.
But do you ever get that urge because you know how you used to spend?
The urge be
like
there.
When you go out and you just want to buy a Bose surround system.
Yeah, you know it be there, but you like, man, forget all that.
Right.
Because it ain't coming in like it was.
Right. But do it ever tempt you to be like, man, you know, I want to get some more money to try to get that, or I want to get some new cars.
It's tempting right now, but I'm on parole, so hell.
Shout out to his parole officer.
Yeah, she's straight. She don't have me, but it ain't worth it, man. Once you get on them bunk beds, you realize it ain't really worth it.
True story.
You know, them rooms get dark, man. And all the people you know don't be there. Like, you know, when you out and you doing it, you got the stadium that's full. Once you lay down on them bunk beds, man, you go from a full stadium to a few people. That's just the real side of it. You know,
real side of it.
Ain't no need to cry about it. You know, when you breaking the law, you know it's only a amount of time.
So it's highs and lows to having money, depending on how you get it. I mean, you know, money is a beautiful thing, but even now we see people that's rich and famous and things like that, and they got all the money in the world, but money can't buy you everything. It can't buy you good health. It can't buy you companionship. It can't buy you real friendship. It can't buy you.
It's a midnight companionship.
Yeah,
not no long term.
Well, I don't know anything about that, man. But you know,
a little push.
Yeah, push. That might come with chlamydia.
You ain't lying.
But you know, so you know, just saying that all to say, you know, just be smart with your money, be wise with your money, but enjoy it at the same time, because there's gonna be times in life where you have money. There's gonna be times in life where you don't have money, and times in life. Yeah. All the time you're going to wish you had money. So, but at the same time, don't let money control you. Don't let it make you do things that you normally wouldn't do. Don't let it make you sell your soul to get it. Use it as a tool to have the things you need to have and take care of your family, and you'll be better off. And don't get into no damn business investment unless you're passionate about it. I'm not going to invest in a mechanic shop, and I ain't never worked on a damn car in my life.
Barely could change oil.
I'm going to go buy a Chinese food restaurant, and I don't know nothing about cooking Chinese food. I need to know. You need to be of it to be in it sometime. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. So, you know, I definitely want to thank Turtle for coming through
Thanks for
and
having
being
me.
on the show. But he ain't gone yet. I'm
Thanks
gonna
for
just
having me.
shift it into my
Hey, that time went by pretty fast.
oh, no doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna shift it into my song of the week. My song of the week is Phil Collins, "In the Air Tonight." Now I'm sure a lot of people in my age group, it's an iconic song. It's an incredible song. It's an inspirational song. Phil Collins, "In the Heat of the Night." And my quote of the day is based off of what we just talked about. Be humble. Humility will take you far. And that's my quote of the day. So pay attention to those things, people. My legend of the week is also based off of the show, and Turtle know this guy and this person. And I don't know what made me think of this person. I hadn't thought of this person in years, but when I thought about the topic of the show and I thought about the series that I was doing, this guy popped up in my mind because I was just going over different things in my life. And my legend of the week is Mr. Head.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Mr. Head.
He was busting heads, too.
Now,
hot sauce.
Now, Mr. Head was a local Chatham store owner. And the reason Mr. Head was my legend of the week is because growing up in the 80s, he was the first black business owner I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Outside
and George, the newspaper stand,
yeah.
dude.
But, that I remember that I frequent, that he had a service that I was interested in because everybody wanted to go to the store. You wanted to get candy. You wanted to get snacks. Thousands and thousands of kids from Simeon High School and Calumet High School and Westcott Elementary.
Penny candy during the summer.
Went to Mr. Head's. And he impacted a lot of people's lives. Now, you may say, oh, well, he didn't do. But right now, at my age, I'm sitting here and I'm reminiscing on going to Mr. Head's store. It was always a joyous moment when you got out of school and you had
him and his daughter.
Yes, and you had $1. When you had $1 and you could come out of there with a brown bag full of stuff, it was the most electrifying time of my young life at that time. So I wanted to make Mr. Head my legend of the week. Thank you for the aspirational thing that you did by being a black businessman. And you didn't even know at the time that you probably would be revered by guys like me and Turtle who took for granted that you created a service and a business in a community you're on your own without any backing or anything like that.
Yep.
And you went on to show somebody, if it wasn't me or the thousands of people, somebody went on and saw Mr. Head and said that maybe I'm going to start a store one day. So, Mr. Head, we thank you for the candy, the hot sauce, the chips, and just the inspiration and the motivation that you showed us without even showing us. So, my legend of the week, Mr. Head, 81st and Vincennes.
My question is for you, Aaron.
Go ahead.
How did he know how much was 10 cents worth of hot sauce anyway when he's squeezing in that Dorito bag?
Hey, I guess that's what they call the boss. It was his store.
He was eyeball, so he was a drug dealer before. He had to be a drug dealer before he had to.
R.I.P. to Mr. Head. We don't know that to be true.
I'm just saying.
We don't know that to be true.
It make you think, man.
But yeah, it do make you think. But R.I.P. Mr. Head, and thank you for what you did for the community.
Thank you.
The legend of the week. And shouts out to my boy Turtle for coming through.
Big Nard. I'm impressed.
And like I said, this is just the first
many.
Well, it's the first of many, but in the series of the How Much series, this is part 1. We'll be moving on with part 2 next week. I ain't gonna give y'all the topic. I like for y'all to be surprised when y'all listen to the.
And this wasn't no pre-rehearsed.
No, we going off the cuff. We going straight.
We didn't discuss this.
We want it to be raw. I was speaking of it before I ended. We want it to be raw. I talked to a bunch of different people, and my daughter, she told me, she said, Dad, you got to stop stuttering so much. And I was like, well, we ain't on TV. The whole point of a podcast is to be conversational.
Be real.
And just to be yourself. And so, shouts out to my baby in college. And that's what we want to do. And, so thank y'all again. Please tune in. Please support me. And like I said again, my Twitter is @ProsVols, capital P, capital V, @Twitter.com. If you like the show, show me some love. If not,
Subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button.
Check
Y'all
me
know
out.
what to do.
I'm trying to get my artwork together. They did my baby dirty. I don't know what happened. It was a glitch or something, but we're going to try to work that thing
follow
out.
Mr. Charlie. Follow this brother, man.
Hey, y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate everything. Tune in.